Let me send Depressive a message through IRC. Is his IGN just Depressive? No, no such thing. Okay. What is this guy's IGN? There's an X. Okay, I sent a message. Hopefully, yeah. There's a X where there's two X's. DXPRXSS1VE. So that'd be a nightmare to try and remember. Okay, I sent him a message, so hopefully should get a response. But why are you recording instead of streaming? Is it because streaming is like too resource intensive, or you're on no shit? You know, it's fine. United Healthcare as the note for murder plot is diabolical. Who came up with that? That's foul. I would check what they're doing, but I'm getting dono logged by the ref, despite messaging them in game. So, maybe bro is, I don't know. Bro's probably AFK. Because there's no MP link. Usually I would follow along by looking at the MP link. I think the funniest thing I've ever done while reffing is still aborting the warm-up once it hit the 3-minute mark. Bro does have ref sheet open, I think. He's on the MP and bike handling, so you just might not be paying attention to it, I guess, which is fair. Sometimes once I get the match going, I'll go like use the bathroom or something. Or, you know, I'll do what I'm doing right now, ref one match, commentate another. Oh lord. Pixels. Okay. Not the 3:01 warm-up time. It seems like they're about 2/3 of the way through the warm-up. Ooh, if you guys are recommending it's great. Okay. Yeah, the MP link has been added as well, so it seems like we got that. How does one pop out of the screen? So you just click it and then like stop watching. I think Podpivasnya is done. Didn't you already delay the match? If you tell them you're an admin, right? If you tell them to stop delaying, I mean, it's ultimately up to you how egregious you think the stalling is. If it's like super egregious, you should like threaten to take away their timeout or something, or hey, if you do this again, you're gonna force a forfeit. Otherwise, if like the other team doesn't care that much, it's whatever. Since you're adrift, you can send a message in chat to the IRC as well. If you have an IRC, you know how to /join, right? Hold on. /join #MP_. Right, IRC doesn't open at the same time. You have to open the IRC before you open the client. Because I've refed and streamed at the same time, and it tweaks if you try to do it the other way. That's fair, that's fair. Okay, yeah, I think they're playing the second warm-up now. Maybe? Tianling's on the wrong team, no? Because Tianling's blue captain. So they're just all over the slots.
Bird machine. Throw it up. Start twerking like Miley. Oh yeah, twerking like Miley. Don't pop it like
Are you screen sharing the OBS window, or are you screen sharing just whatever's showing on your screen? Okay. Oh my god, minions. I think if you want to, you can screen share just the OBS window. That way, if you tab out, we can still watch it. I don't know. Like, up to you. I don't know if it like makes an impact on the. You don't get audio. Have you done the virtual camera thing before? If you start virtual camera on OBS and then you share the camera to Discord, that should still give you your sound. This works. Okay, that's fair. I just don't want to, like, in case you tab out mid-match, then I kind of gotta talk out my ass for a bit. Oh my god, look, they're note locking. This is so cool. Okay, gotcha. I mean, as long as it works. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. What am I listening to? Is this like one of those songs comps, but this is like a Minions bass drop version? Oh boy, pixels. Wyatt, are you on the stream? I think there's a little bit of desync. Let me hop in there. Yeah, there's a little bit of desync, I think. Yeah, I mean, if the internet's struggling, that's what's gonna happen, unfortunately. Oh. I mean, also, it could just be Petro. Petro does have a tendency to tweak. If it isn't too much to ask, could you turn on hit sounds for client 1 just so I have something to listen to? Thank you. Bancho doesn't want to listen to bass drop. G3. This team won by 58 points on the HD2, and they're picking HD3. 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, my bad. It's still going. Why is it so slow? I think sometimes if you like, Panic syncs it back up, but since we started a bit late, and also since it's a Bancho, it's probably Bancho's fault, let's be so for real here.
Make the ground shake. Didn't even get to bronze. Bird machine. Check.
This is so great. I love listening to this. Honestly, right, I don't care if they listen to this. It doesn't bother me. They'd be listening to things that are a lot worse. People not reading Discord? You know what? I have like 3/4 of the channels here muted, so. Me? You want me to check Discord? Or. If you want, I can ask the ref to add ref me, and I can act as a proxy to them, just in like / join the match. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, Bubble cannot ref. Bubble doesn't have IRC open, and only the original room creator can add ref me. So in this case, that'd be the possibility. Anyways, let me know whenever you start recording. Probably would have started by now, actually. It's already recording? Okay, well then. Hi everyone! We're streaming match 38 here. We have in the red corner we have Podpivasnya versus blue team, which is our lovely team name team. It's been over the last 14 minutes. Alright, okay, well, it seems like we're getting into the picks and bans here. Team name has opted to ban HD2 first. Now we're waiting on 2 red bans. And yep, gonna be 2 bans from red, which is RC10. So it'll be interesting to see how this matchup turns out. It's quarterfinals, meaning the best of has increased to 11, so both teams do have more flexibility in potentially dropping points early on. You won't be punished as harshly for it. HD2, yes. No, HD2 has been banned, much to the dismay of Wyatt. Luckily, due to double banning rules, at the very least, team name cannot also ban HD3. So, we'll see if red team decides to ban the hidden 3, diabolical name, or or if it'll make it through this banning phase. Either way, they are kind of drawing out this ban timer. We've been waiting for about a minute for the 2 bans. Hopefully it'll come through soon. And we see a free mod 1 ban. Good morning. What? Oh. Yeah, we see a free mod 1 ban. We're still waiting on the 2nd ban, which they do technically have another 90 seconds for, so we could be waiting here for quite a while. It should be noted that this red team did ask for a delay for about half an hour, so they could be maybe experiencing some roster issues, which is why they're pushing back the timers a bit more. Either way, we'll have to see how well they perform. You would assume that this matchup they wouldn't be too worried about, but also the disparity between seed 10 and seed 29 is quite large. On the other hand though, we did see the seed 29 upset the seed 20 last week, so this really is anybody's game. And yeah, as being stated in the chat right now, it is every team's right to have the full timer to do their picks and bans. It's a bit frustrating to watch, but they do have their right, and we're going to see the Hard Rock 3 as the 2nd red ban, meaning that Hidden 3 has officially made it through the ban phase unscathed. How will this affect the trout population? Only time will tell. Man, I don't know how much more brain rot I can listen to. And the final ban has gone back over to the blue team, so we're gonna wait on team name for their last ban here. What ban are we expecting here? I want a double time ban, just because I don't like the DT maps, but who knows? Best of 11. The pool's honestly pretty big for a best of 11. You usually don't see the inclusion of the free mod 3 until maybe the finals round, so they have basically 1 extra map to play with than usual. In quarterfinals, I'd say that I'd typically see HD 1 through 3, Hard Rock 1 through 3, DT 1 through 3, and then free mod 1 and 2. Gonna be 3 maps left over if it goes to tiebreaker. Yep, sounds about right. I think that all things considered, having a bigger pool is nicer, because then you have more flexibility towards the end of the match with what maps you can pick, versus being like, okay, well, the only map left is DT1, guess we're playing DT1. And it seems like both teams are really thinking through these options. Nomad 2 is going to be the final ban option that's coming through about 3 seconds before the timer runs out. And first up to pick is going to be team name again. So seeing that their opponents banned Free Mod 1 and Hard Rock 3, maybe they'll pick into one of the Hard Rocks? There were several comments that multiple members of the blue team couldn't really play the Hard Rock maps, so maybe red team will try picking into those. I'm not even going to attempt that team name. I'm so sorry, y'all. HD2 isn't auto-banned every week. That's fair, that's fair. However, it seems like they didn't care. They banned it this week anyways. Sorry, I'm an American. I don't know how to pronounce things that aren't American names. And the first pick is going to be Free Mod 2. Giving a quick glance at these map stats, it seems at first glance to be your typical anti-mod pick. AR 8, CS 5, HP drain of 5, and OD 8. It is Free Mod 2 edit, and taking a quick look at the Free Mod rules as well. Your first player is required to take a reading map, reading mod. Your second player is required to take some form of hard rock, and your third player can take anything. And I think for this tournament in particular, HDHR does not count as a substitute for hard rock. So I remember a couple matches ago, maybe last week, Super Jaeger was complaining about it. And for anyone that's wondering, the easy multiplier for this tournament is 2.0. I think that I've seen a lot more easy players than I otherwise would have seen normally because the easy multiplier is so high. You're essentially not being punished for playing easy at all. It's because y'all picked Chocobo. And it seems like we're waiting. The match should start in about 10 seconds. Unfortunately, it does seem like these teams are all over the place. Not in the right slot, not on the right team. The lobby is a bit of a mess. I question how well prepared these players really are for this match. And considering that it was already delayed half an hour, there were probably potentially some internal team issues that led to the disarray at the beginning of this match. Seems like all of the red players have finally made their way into the lobby. The blue team has been sitting for a couple seconds now, so it seems like they're maybe a bit more prepared for this. And I think that, yeah, there we go. Okay, now everyone's on the right team. Everyone's ready. And wow, we're only about a minute over the end of the ready up timer. Very, very impressive. We should be heading into the first map of the match really, really quickly. If possible, toggle up warm up or toggle warm ups off. Yeah, okay. And we should be heading into the first map of the match very, very soon. It's the Free Mod 2. We see Luchavan on the Hard Rock. Nordax also on the Hard Rock. Maybe this team not liking reading as much. Arox is going to be on that required reading mod, and we have Kurtuba here on the kind of the anchor Nomad pick. We have Mystical Cat on the Reading and Quinty matching Luchivon and Nordax on the Hard Rock. We're gonna wait for Bancho to load a little bit. This map also is about medium length. It's about 2 minutes and a half. So there's quite a bit of combo for players to play with here. It is interesting that no one on the side of red decided to take the Nomad though, because Nomad is usually such a core score towards the overall team. Like we see on the side of team name, the Nomad score is already going to hopefully hold them down. Like, yes, AR8 is a bit of a concern. However, I think that accounting for just the lower OD, it makes up for it. At least in my opinion. Aeronx going to be falling quite a bit behind. Maybe we should give it a panic right now. I think that might be worth it. Okay, and hopefully everyone should be loading in again. Everyone is still in the lobby. Seems like there might just be a few client issues here. The score bar at the bottom, I believe, is not accounting for Aeronx's score though. So early lead to the side of blue. I can't really see the blue score, but yeah, 20 on the absolutely monstrous 660k on the Hard Rock. I think that Aeronx is going to start playing a bit of catch up now. They're like 2 minutes behind the rest of the lobby though, so it might take a bit for them to catch up with everyone else. I think that it might be worth it here to maybe just wait out the end of this map. Looking at the final results, blue team is going to take this by the skin of their teeth, 21k. It seems like Aeronx was really putting in the heavy work there on the hidden. Highest score on the team at almost 600k. Unfortunately, not too much support from the rest of his teammates, and that is going to be blue team taking their first pick. Maybe by a smaller margin than they were hoping, but a point is a point. Osu doesn't care whether you win by 50k, 100k, 2 million, or if you win by 58. And blue's gonna go up 1-0. We're now waiting for the red team to pick. They have about a minute left on this pickup timer. And don't mind the score bar at the bottom. It's not quite accurate because of IRC, IPC issues.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, hello. And I believe we are going to be seeing the Nomad 4 as the next pick? Question mark? I see it in the sheep. I don't see it in the chat.
I actually need to open the rep sheet. If it is Nomad for standard slider tech, quite a hard map. That's
Yeah.
that's my player notes from it. My Spark notes. Hard tech map.
Hold up. And yeah, there's the Nomad 4 that has been picked. Hopefully it should be swapped on soon. Surely. They really
is
have
Nomad
been running
4.
out a lot of these timers. I'm not too sure what the internal of the lobby is looking like. Maybe they're all in the voice chat somewhere or something? Because I did not see Nomad 4 picked anywhere. Maybe my IRC is cutting out. Seemed like Depressive did get the memo though, since they did put on the Nomad 4 quite a while ago.
Oh. Oh no no. We have a masterclass stall act coming out from Team Red, with the ref siding with them probably. But they have been warned. The next action of stalling will lose their timeout. As we get into the Nomad 4. 2-minute drain time. Hard 174 BPM hard tech, 5.26 stars. Force DS 9.2 AR, OD 8.3. For side team name, we will see Mystical Cat 520, Kratuba and Tianling. And for the side of Podpivasnya, we will see Luchivon, Wyron, and Kaksakuru.
Yeah, early lead. Early lead to the red team base. Mostly of accuracies. No break yet as we hit this first slider drop. I'm expecting to see the first breaks here in this key eye. And there it is, Tianling on the side of team name. The lobby player number 3 is going to find the next break, trading that. However, the accuracy advantage is now, I think, still on the side of red, but very, very slightly. Tianling breaking again. 2 of them still the only 2 to trade here. I think that what matters is that the 2 higher acts are on the side of Team Red. Kratuba dropping quite a bit of accuracy in that section, and Kratuba going to find a break as well as we head into this next slider section. Just lead now solidly on the side of Red. It's going to continue going over to the left. And you can see that bar, it's shifting over. It's continuing to go over. The side of Red needs to find a break if Team Name wants any chance of getting back into this right now. And we're hitting the halfway point of the map again. Kratuba finding another break. This is probably the worst spot where you don't want to break, and there it is. Luchivon. Wait, we're finding a break as well on the slow slider. Everyone dropping. Highest combo in the lobby now on the player 3. I'm sorry, I really can't do this name. Oh my goodness. We're basically heading into the second Ki with a fresh lobby, and there goes that combo. Tianling dropping as well. This is basically a lobby wipe. The 4 players, Kratuba, Mystical, Wyron, and Luchivon basically have equal combos. Wyron finding a break. Luchivon finding a break as well. I just don't know if there's enough map for it to go over to blue. And yeah. Looking real scary, but not enough to pull it over. And Mystical Cat and Luchivon both with a very, very impressive S rank. Everyone else struggling a bit more. I think just dropping a ton of those slider ends definitely costing them. And the score is going to be tied up 1-1. Again, a quick reminder to everyone that double picks are allowed for all mods. Blue West picked free mod 2, however free mod 1 is banned out. So the only free mod option they would have to pick here is free mod 3. And I think Mystical Cat is saying that their keyboard decided to troll. The difference there was about 200k, but they also did break in like the middle of the map. So looking at how comfortable they were, I believe, yeah, highest accuracy in the lobby, highest combo in the lobby too. That definitely could have been very, very devastating for the red team if they had gone slightly differently. And there it is for mod 3. Who would have thought? Is this a tapping map? Oh, yep. So
This is speed. This is speed, yes.
It's 200 BPM, something like that? Yep, 200 BPM. I think that this map was on the tryouts for one of the 5 WCs. I remember playing it. I don't remember what for. And I wonder if the red team's gonna stick with their same double hard rock strategy. I'd assume not, since they're not dealing with AR8 anymore. But low-key, whenever I play this map, the streams feel really, really oppressive on Nomad because they're so fast, but the AR makes them feel slow.
Yeah, they're just really dense. The streams.
And yeah, I mean, this is just the challenge of playing any sort of stream map with the mods. On Hard Rock, you have to be really, really precise with your inputs, and on Hidden, you have to be really confident in your flow aim, otherwise, GG, chain miss.
And it's a pretty short map too. It's 137 drain time. So like any misses just rip your score.
Yeah, the map does manage to cram 870 combo in a minute and a half though, so it's very, very dense. And all players are ready. We should be heading into the free mod 3 very, very soon. If I had to guess, Quincy probably on the Hard Rock, Mystical Cat on the Hidden, yep. Tianling also opting for the Hard Rock, so we're gonna see the side of team name going for the Overmod this time. Wyron matching Tianling and Quincy on the Hard Rock, Aerox on the Hidden, and this time we're gonna see Kaxarokuwu on the Nomad. We'll see how well the Nomad player does to the rest of the lobby, because I feel like the Nomad player is really the benchmark on maps like this. And right off the bat, we see our Hard Rock players not having a good time in the accuracy department. We're on the highest Hard Rock act by far, and they're sitting at 91. Yeah, this score gap right now is sitting pretty solid. Oh, with that Wyron break though, it's probably gonna go over, at least start moving over to the right. That was really the kind of the cornerstone score. Aerox, the other modded player, dropping as well. And yep, it's gonna flip over to blue. Should be noted, blue team is the higher seed in this situation. Red team is C10? What? Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on, me when the bracket gets messed up. That's interesting. Usually the losers bracket, the lower seed. Anyways, not related. The client seems to be struggling a little bit here.
Oh, Tien with the shakes on the Hard Rock.
Yeah, playing, it would be like about CS 4.9 here. Really, really rough when you have to deal with the higher AR as well. I imagine it's quite nerve-wracking. And yeah, right now the score is just so solidly on the side of blue. Unfortunately, I don't think there's too much that they could do. And yeah, the
Arms
gap
behind.
between the two closes a little bit, but they're going to win by about a margin of 220k. And they're going to win their second pick. Pick goes back over to the red team.
If the referee sheet's right, they insta pick no mod 3. Again, I think Depressive is in a VC with them.
Yeah, the sheet did immediately update to No Mod 3. However, there's no written indication of the pick, so we can't actually confirm that it has been picked until then. Yeah, like Wyatt's saying, I'm pretty sure Depressive is in call with the red team. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe Depressive is just a very impressive mind reader. Could you tell us a bit? Oh, wait. We're gonna see DT1.
Okay, that is, yeah, completely different than the sheet, but
And
yeah, so this is the Arcane Slider DT1 aim map. Very tricky sliders, and they're timed like very awkwardly as well.
does it hit like on the upbeat by any chance?
I think it. So yeah, like the slider hits, and then you have to snap aim a jump. So it's like downbeat on the slider ends, and then upbeat on the jump. Just a
Yeah.
very snappy slider end to
Another thing
jump.
to note, this is AR 10.1 with DT, I believe, so it might be a little higher than most players are comfortable playing. I think that 6WC this year did go up to AR either 10.1 or 10.2. I don't think it quite hit 10.3, but the kind of snap-ish aim that you can hear, plus the combined higher AR, might create some reading issues. This map about 225 BPM after DT's applied.
Dirty little animals, you cannibals, eat your supper. One by one, all these vultures keep coming. Pretty little lamb, don't come down here.
And the timer has run out. Seems like Luchavon is having some internet issue. No, Aaron's is having some internet issues. Happens to the best of us, unfortunately. And we are getting the MP start, so we should be heading into the DT1 very, very soon. Oh, and we're getting an abort. I think that... Did someone leave the lobby or something? I don't even think the match actually started. Oh, weird. I do think that one of the players on the blue team, Mystical Cat, mentioned that they have a match at 21, which is in like an hour and a half. Hopefully a best of 11 won't take another hour and a half. That would be diabolical stalling. But, okay. both teams are keeping the same lineup from last map. However, I think that the map started without everyone on the red team being ready. I think that the way the red team is behaving in this match is not the best.
Okay, they just used their warm up or their timeout. This is crazy.
I don't. I feel like if I was the blue team, I would be probably at least a bit upset with how this is going. Yeah, so Luchman is saying that Kaxarok is in the lobby but not Nosu. However, it is your responsibility to have your team ready whenever the match starts. You're probably in... Okay, all players are ready, but... Okay, yeah, they're starting. That will be Red's warm-up used as well. And, okay. Here we go. DT1. This is Red's pick. I would assume that Kaxarok not being present. Oh, nope, he's here.
Yep.
Okay.
And Koichi. First DI?
This map, 2 minutes and 24 seconds after DT is applied. Early bleed to the side of Red. Mostly based off of accuracy. Mystical Cat and Luchavon both trading, and again, the higher accuracies on the side of Pod are going to keep them afloat for now. Yeah, it does seem like Pod is much more comfortable on the snappy style aim in these key eyes. Cacks are gonna be the second break on the side of Pod, but it doesn't matter whenever it's full reset on the side of Team Name. And yeah, with Mystical Cat breaking there, the score's just gonna continue shifting over to the left. Handling doing their best to keep their team in it. Unfortunately, just not enough support from the rest of their team. And Byron breaking as well. Bit of a slow section for everyone to build their combo up. We're not going to be able to capitalize on it as much. Highest combo on Tianling is on the side of blue, and the gap, I believe, is going to start closing. It's just a matter of if Tianling can hold through this last aim section. And the combos on Kurtuba and Mystical Cat are starting to add up quite a bit. Luchavon and Cax are trying to keep Pod, and with Mystical Cat breaking, yeah, I don't think there's any chance. And especially with Tianling breaking at the very end, just adding insult to injury at that point.
Yeah, pretty low team scores for a DT1. I'm quite surprised there's no FCs. It's a very consistent map. As long as you get the patterns, it definitely should be an FC, but I guess just the nerves.
And we're gonna see the insta Nomad 3 pick from the blue team. This is aim, right? I think.
It's like slow flow aim, yeah.
Mm.
It's, I don't know, in my opinion, it's one of the easiest maps in the pool.
Yeah.
Outside the free mod 1.
If you take away the alt BPM, this is like 120 BPM. Usually at 120, you would expect to see more snappy aim, like that da 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 right there at the end of the intro. I hear like snap star jumps, but
Yeah, it's.
I think at this SR, if you pull snap star jumps, you're gonna shoot the SR up to like 6.5 stars.
Yeah.
Currently, we see Wyron, Luchavan, and Kaxa in for red. And we're seeing, I believe, Tanling subbing out for B12. That's the only roster change I see right now in the lineup. Kante is also in the lobby. Seems like blue team is discussing who they want to send in right now. And yeah, it seems like we're seeing some last minute roster changes. April subbing in for Krituba, I believe, at the last second. And all players are ready. Here we go, Nomad 3. Wyatt, can you tell us a bit more about this map?
Yeah, so it's just 4 minutes of just the same flow pattern over and over again. And yeah, that's about all that happens in this map.
Nomad 1 if it was
it
120
is
BPM.
a Nomad 1 if it was alt. Yeah, 4 minutes of just alt patterning. I don't know. It's 5-star alt.
You know, there's a little bit of snap here, like, not quite star patterns, but I think that if it was pure flow aim, I would want to rip my hair out. It's so slow.
Yeah, maybe a little more aim intensive than I give it credit for, but I'm an aim player, so I don't know. To me, it's snooze map.
Yeah, why are we gonna be the first to find a break? Everyone else holding through the intro. It does seem like the map is going to slow down a bit into the more flowy style that you were talking about. Why are we finding another break? Maybe just taking a little bit of time to get settled into the map. The accuracies on the side of Pod are a lot higher than on the side of Team Name though. Luchavan holding the SS, Kaxa with a very impressive 99.2. Wyron really the only player on the side not having a great time. And we're gonna head into the first Ki, expecting maybe a few more breaks. If this is a consistency check though. Oh, there goes April, and the really small lead that blue managed to get is probably gonna switch over to the side of red at some point. Yeah, there goes the gap, it's closing.
Yeah, definitely a consistency check on the first Ki, so fortunately for Team Red, they passed it.
Yeah, and with a pretty overwhelming accuracy advantage, Luchavan dropping the SS and finding a break on the pattern. I think just looping incorrectly. The lead is going to go back over to blue. They have a combo advantage of, oh, JK, not 2 FCs, 1 FC to 1. Kaxa with the much, not a lot higher, I guess, only by about 3 points. It's going to make a pretty considerable difference here though. It's a difference about 100k if both of them FC at the end.
This map is like low-key a reading map, I'm not gonna lie on those patterns. I didn't realize they were that tricky, but multiple people finding chain messes.
Yeah, I think if the AR was a little higher, it would hurt less. We should find finding another break at the intro of this second Ki. The big combos are on Wyron, who has recovered really nicely, and Kaxa, who finds a break here in the second Ki. All eyes now on Wyron on the side of red. Being matched by basically Mystical Cat and no one else. We should find finding another break on that kind of snappy square pattern.
Both B12 and, oh, never mind, April broke, but B12 has a nice recovery, 300, 400 combo now.
And
So,
Mystical
him
Cat
and
has
Mystical
crossed
Cat.
into 1,000 combo, the only high combo in this lobby at this point.
Yeah,
Lyron finding it
Lyron
at the
broke.
very end.
That was unfortunate.
I think that it's also kind of tough if you're Mystical Cat here. You see that you're the only high combo in the lobby. Your teammates, without too much support, I'd imagine it's a pretty tough nerves check, and we're only 2/3 of the way into the map.
Oh yeah, I said this last match too, but ulting on nerves is the worst skill set to ult or have nerves on because you're slow tapping. You have to think about every single note, and most people, I think, overthink, and then they will find a break. But Mystical Cat is definitely locked in on this map.
Yeah, basically
Breaking that
all
combo.
eyes on Mystical Cat here. Caxa and Luchavon doing their best to stop the bleeding, but as long as Mystical Cat holds, there's just nothing they can do. That score gap that was at 30k earlier is now grown to 100k, and Caxa drops in this last TI. Looks like Mystical Cat is running away with this Nomad 3.
Yeah, and there's no map left for them to come back. So this will go to team name.
And despite a kind of rough beginning, Mystical Cat really putting the rest of their team on their back here is going to finish out this Nomad 3 with, I believe, an FC? Yeah, looks like an FC. And that's going to bring the score 2-3. All teams winning their own pick right now.
Yep, 0 breakpoints so far.
We are only 5 maps into the match, though, so there's definitely still a lot of time for this to change. If you're red, where do you go after this? Probably not more alt.
Yeah, I mean their last picks have been Nomad 4, Tech, and DT1 consistency, like slider. So I don't know, maybe Nomad 1. Fun fact, Nomad 1
Nomad
is not
5.
okay. I was gonna say either Nomad 1 or 5. Nomad 1 is a Tech tiebreaker, light Tech tiebreaker. But yeah, Nomad 5 tapping speed definitely makes sense.
Yeah, this is a speed map. Also quite short. I remember this being played in MPT2 Grand Finals? It was either Grand Finals or Finals. And this map,
yeah.
It's not that difficult, to be honest. A lot of the difficulty here comes from hitting like 5-note stacks and just the slight snaps. Anyone that's comfortable on about 230 BPM DT won't have an issue on this map. The tapping requirement really isn't that high.
Yeah, this map has been tooled in quite a lot of tournaments as speed, so I'm assuming most players in this tournament, especially 6WC, will be familiar with this map. So
I will say, I think that the SR on this map is a bit deceptive. It plays more like a 5.5 star map, in my opinion. It's just because the current, like, PP meta really favors tapping. So
yeah, I'm along the same line. It's if you can tap the BPM, it's pretty free.
And it seems like all players are ready. We will be heading into the Nomad 5 speed map in about 10 seconds. So for a person who BPM greater than 170 is speed, anything above 230 is like, oh god, I gotta double tap everything. But this map, very double tappable.
Yes.
I have multiple, like 88% FCs on this map. I think that if the players are comfortable on this map, there should be probably fairly high scores. And yeah, here we go. 5-note bursts, just kind of checking for comfort. Looking at all the accuracies, Mystical Cat really the only one maybe not super comfortable at this BPM.
The 92.
Oh, that looked like a 99. Yeah, Tianling Mystical Cat probably struggling a bit more on this BPM. The 3 highest accuracies do seem to be on the side of Pod. Wyron and Caxa especially. Wyron really holding like a 99.7, looking
Like a
really
2-100.
comfortable on this. No breaks yet though. Again, like the stacks on this are very, very cheesable. B12 dropping a little bit of accuracy here. Accuracy might matter a bit more than it would otherwise, since no one seems to want to break. We're halfway into the map, still 6 FCs in the lobby, and I love my job. Luchivon and B12 trading. Right before the break. The tapping streams do get a little longer here, I think about 12 note patterns, and the spacing also increases a little bit. Caxa breaking as well. Now the combo advantage is in favor of teammate Wyron dropping as well. This is just a collapse on the side of Pod at the last second. The map does get harder here. I think dropping not as important if Mystical Cat holds, because that is the highest accuracy on the side of Tianling, of course, or on the side
and
of
only FD as well. Yep.
And yep, there goes the score. It's heading over to the blue side. And like with the No Mod 3, this map is pretty dependent on Mystical Cat holding through the end. And
Yeah. Just hold
carry
through and
performance of a lifetime,
Another FD.
900k. Mystical Cat going to close out the FC, doing just enough. I think if they had broken at the end, it would have been a red point. That's the first break point of the match as well. Going to put blue team up 4-2.
now it doesn't look so good for red team after they lose that pick, because it's blue's pick now, and yeah, if they lock in this breakpoint with their own pick, then you're looking at potentially their last pick of the match. Definitely a bad place to lose a pick to team name, but we will have to see if team name has a good pick to lock in the No Mod 5 breakpoints. I am not sure where they will go. Potentially in HR. HR hasn't been picked. HD hasn't been picked. There's still 2 DTs up as well. Maybe the finger control DT3 is a good pick. Yep, and as I say that, they go right into the DT3. Lilith finger control. I'm pretty sure this map has been picked in every single match.
This is a map that you can kind of play or you can't. I think that everyone can probably cheese an FC out on this map. It's just a matter of whether you play it well or whether you double tap all the doubles.
Yep. A bit of an act check DT3 as well. But yeah, another long, wait, 4 minutes. Pretty lengthy DT3.
Yeah, after DT is applied, it should be about 2.5 minutes or so, so about the same length as that DT1 that we saw earlier. I think that if you're red team here, picking into the coin flip maps might be the better option. A lot of the points that team name has won depended on a carry from Mystical Cat, and if Mystical Cat doesn't FC, they would have taken the last 2 points.
That is very true. Yep. Both the No Mod 3 and No Mod 5, yep. But yeah, going back to the alt skill set from No Mod 3, probably leaning more into Mystical Cat again. So we'll have to see if Mystical Cat is prepared to carry again.
And we see the MP start command will be heading into DT3 very soon.
Tuba is in for B12 on the side of team name. Same roster for Pod, Team Red.
And Caxa taking a bit of time to load in. Sound is dependent on that first client. And we're gonna see them playing a bit of catch up here. This map, 405 BPM after DT. If we do a bit of translations, it's about 200 BPM. So not the fastest thing ever, but also doubles at 200 are kind of rough to hit accurately. And yeah, we see accuracies across the lobby generally aren't the greatest. We're less than a quarter of the way into the map, and we're already down to 1 FC on each side. Lushavon's FC much better than Kortuba's though, having about 10 points of accuracy on him. It's going to help keep that score on the side of red. However, the combo is sitting in the favor of team name right now. Tianling dropping is going to push it back in red's favor though. And as a reminder, this is team name's pick. And as we head into the second verse of this map, the lead on red is going to continue to get bigger. DT is so punishing to people who break because of the multiplier. Accuracy, still important, less important. Myron dropping right before the beginning of the second Ki. And Tianling recovering since that first break. Myron breaking again, accuracy.
And the
Still
lead
on the side of Pod.
It's slowly going to team name. The lead. It's 30k. 30k at the break.
And
But yeah, it is slowly going over.
Players having the opportunity to look at each other's scores here as well. Whoever plays this second, oh my goodness, Pertuba crashing out of the lobby. Unfortunately, that disconnect is way too late for an abort. So we're gonna have to play it through and see if they maybe have a local score saved. For now though, score is on the side of red. And checking the MP link, I believe that, yeah, Kortuba's not showing up on the MP link, so we're gonna have to check for local scores.
You will need to have had a 650k score local. For them to
I
have
think
won the point.
650k is possible, at least at their
I
score
didn't-
before the disconnect.
I didn't see his score when he disconnected.
But we should ask if they have a local score or if it was just a... Bancho has been acting funny all day, so it could very well be a Bancho issue. It comes down to, oh, they do not have a local score. So, yeah. That is going to be... That's going to be Pod taking the breakpoint back then.
No.
His mouse died, no.
So a lucky break for Team Podpiva, getting their breakpoint right back.
Pick is going to go back over to them as well. They have the chance to tie this up here.
I would not be surprised if one of these maps comes out here.
I think the only options here... Oh, wait, I see activity on the ref sheet, but nothing has been picked yet. And there's DT2, as you were saying. I believe Mold is 180 BPM before DT is applied, if I recall correctly.
184, yep.
Yeah, they're playing like 280 BPM, 270 BPM. So much fun.
3:25 drain time before DT.
This is actually a really good warm-up map. If you're looking for like a bit of tapping the 6-star diff or so, very, very comfortable BPM. It's just long enough that it's kind of draining. I'm a big fan of this map. I don't think I've ever played it with DT though. I'm not too fond of 274 BPM.
Hold on. I am getting DM'd on Discord. Give me a sec.
We are, I think, seeing CBIH Boo Boo for the first time. I don't think they've played any maps yet today. Team names seeming to stick with their tried and true speed roster. Mystical Cat, Kotuba, and Tianling. B12 notably did play the No Mod 5 and is not here, so could be a difference. And alright, there is the MP start command. We should be heading in soon. These triples are so punishing. This is literally just a raw speed check. Handling, I believe, going to be the first to find a break in this key eye. Players on the side of red did break earlier, but their accuracies are more than making up for it. And yeah, with Kotuba breaking as well, the score is just going to move further over to the left. Not too much to commentate here, unfortunately. Like, the players are holding, yep. Mystical Cat, again, trying to put on the solo performance, just not enough support from their teammates, unfortunately. Their combos aren't even bad, it's just that the accuracies are being outmatched by the side of Pod. And as we head into the last quarter of the map, the gap between the two is about 200k. CBLH and Boober are going to, and Kotuba are going to trade. That should favor the side of Team M. No, but with the Tianling break and with the supporting combos on the side of Pod being way higher, they're just going to run away with this. Mystical Cat score, unfortunately, does cap at about 950k with the act they have. Probably about 900k, actually. And yeah, with them breaking right there, this is just solidly going to be a red point. And they're going to close it out with a pretty convincing 500k win. About 500k. The score is now tied up.
Yep, going into the final rotation. Each team's last pick. And,
it's super important here that blue wins their pick as well, because if they lose it, they drop the break point. They do put red on match point on their pick, which is really not a spot you want to be in.
All I'm saying is there's a map that hasn't been picked that needs to be picked.
Hidden 3?
HD3, send it! Trust. It's an alt map.
And blue probably going to take a bit of time to think through this here. Oh.
Your stalling worked. Is Mystical Cat forced to leave for a match?
They said that their match was at 21, right? So
I don't know UTC. Is that right now?
21. No, 21 is 3 p.m. for us.
Okay. Oh, they were stalling for one of their members to get here. Got it.
Hmm.
So maybe that's why the match has been close. I don't know.
Maybe.
I have no insights to either team.
I do think that blue team has been playing very well today. And we're going to see the Hard Rock 1 pick from Tianling.
Okay.
That's
It's a
really
banger map.
interesting because
It's
the blue team did talk about not being able to play Hard Rock earlier, so I guess there's not too many options
It's
left.
like light tech HR1 consistency. Banger tech
Oh
map.
wait, I know this map.
It's
This
a
is the
banger.
one that has the
Yeah.
This was also the, I think, the EQX like
Well,
overseer council reveal, roster reveal background music. I remember
Oh.
because everyone wanted everyone to take a unique mod, which meant that it was my job to take Hard Rock. No one else wanted to play Hard Rock, and that map was miserable on Hard Rock.
yeah. It's pretty brutal. The buzz sliders. I will slide like on it in match. Told me now.
We haven't really seen any Hard Rock come out, with the exception of the free mods, I guess, which team name did take both times. However, not everyone was forced on Hard Rock, and those maps were very different from what we're seeing here. So I think this is anyone's game, especially now that Boo Boo's here. I don't see Boo Boo in the lobby though, so not a Hard
Yeah.
Rock player, I guess.
Maybe that's why they chose to go hard rock.
Maybe. I think that if
Oh, never
wait,
mind.
they're back in the lobby. I think if anything, team name should not pick speed. I think anything else that's coin flippy could potentially go their way. They should not pick speed.
There's no more speed. Free mod 3, no mod 5, and DT2 have all been picked.
Anything is speed if you set your mind to it. No mod 1 can be
Okay.
speed. If you
Let's
just
just
think
pick
about it,
HD3
right?
and put on DT.
True.
It's speed.
And blue team is asking for a timeout. Quick reminder about timeout rules: they are 2 minutes for this tournament. So it seems like, okay, well the red team did get a 3-minute timeout earlier. So I guess, in the spirit of being fair, they're getting 3 minutes. Tianling has experienced some hardware problems, so we're gonna be waiting a little longer. Taking a quick look at the stats for the Hard Rock one, it's going to be CS 5.2, OD10, and AR10. After applying Hard Rock, it's going to be 5.48 stars. And if you're crazy, you can go for a 300 PP play on this. It'll be 308 PP for you. Map is not ranked, but
Wait,
that's besides
for an
the
SS?
details. For Hard Rock SS, it's 308 PP.
Oh my god. I'm
It's not
grinding this.
ranked.
I'm gonna grind this map. It shall be on my profile.
Me when I grind unranked PP.
No, I'm just kidding. I have to FC save me part 3. You see, I had a
Wait,
99.
how have your save me?
I had a 99
expeditions
choke
been?
at the halfway part.
No, did
I
you
was
break
at
on the
90
slow section?
No, it's a stupid Z. It's a fast Z
Oh.
stream. I always break on it.
Alright, and we are seeing the MP start command, so we should be heading into the Hard Rock 1 very, very soon. This is Blue's final pick as well. So they either win this point and force at the very worst case scenario tiebreaker, or they put their opponents up at match point on their pick. Kind of a tough situation to be in.
These buzz sliders are very unforgiving. Have to have serious aim control to act them, especially on the Hard Rock AR-10.
I think the most difficult thing, honestly, is just the slider head timing plus Hard Rock. All these players should be tournament players, so it shouldn't be the worst thing ever, but it's still difficult to play with nerves. And we're gonna see Quinty and Wyron trading, I believe. Kurtuba and Nordax handling everyone on the side of team name dropping. Kurtuba finding a chain miss. Now, Lutrabon, the only FC left in the lobby at the end of this first TI.
Ichiban, no.
I think the over aim plus the not tapping one of the jumps. Combo advantage now on the side of team name, but they are playing with quite a bit of an act deficit. So they're gonna have to combo game their way to victory here on the Hard Rock 1 as we head into the second Ki. Please. Nordak handling Wyron immediately breaking here at the beginning. You know, this map is actually less terrible than the one they had me play. How nice of them. These snappy sliders are so difficult to act, though. And Quinty going to find a drop as well. And now Kurtuba and Lutrabon basically matching each other. Unfortunately, Lutrabon does have about 10 points of accuracy on Kurtuba, so that's what's making the 120k difference in their scores.
Yeah, team name is gonna need another break. Maybe
They're
now.
going to need Lutrabon to break.
Yeah.
And as we're heading into the last quarter of this map, that window of opportunity is just getting smaller and smaller with Kurtuba breaking. Lutrabon trades as well. Everyone breaking, going to favor Pod here. And yeah, that status quo score gap just going to continue to grow over to the side of red. There's no miracles left for team name here. They're going to be heading to match point on their opponent's pick.
Oh, I thought that was game over. They do have
not yet.
Two more.
They do have another chance. Of course, Pod here now in the driver's seat pretty comfortably. They don't have to worry about their opponents having another pick. They either win right here or simply force tiebreaker. As mentioned earlier, there are no more speed picks in the pool. However, I believe Hard Rock 2 is still open if they want to capitalize off of that Hard Rock. What else could they potentially pick here? They could pick Nomad 1, Hidden 3, Hard Rock 2. So 4 maps left for them to pick
Or
from.
they could pick Hidden 3. Please. Alright,
Yeah.
picks I'm fine with in the remaining pool. HD3, and Nomad 1. That's it. Only acceptable picks.
Red did only win by about 65k on that map though, so it was definitely a lot closer than they might have wanted it to be. Mostly because Lutrabon's score was just so much higher than Kurtuba's. Kurtuba holding almost 100 combo over Lutrabon, but just totally being out act. Score V2 is a cruel mistress. Man, we win bit rate. And we're going to get HD1, much to the dismay of my co-caster.
Dude.
Can you sync music, please? Oh, we're very crunchy right now. Oh, we are still crunchy. Okay. This map also pretty short, only 1 minute and 47 seconds. You know, we really haven't seen any mod picks in this match. We saw free mods, we saw no mods, and we saw DTs. No hiddens, no hard rocks until the last pick for each of the teams. Any comments on this map?
This map is so boring. Bubble, why did you pull a snooze fest? Yeah, I don't know. I played it, and then I was like, I'm never gonna play this in match, so I moved on.
It does sound, at the very least, like a snappy map. And at 1 minute 47, I'd imagine there's not too much combo to play with here, meaning breaks are going to be really, really painful.
I will say, there's kind of like a slow section where it's just free combo in the middle of the map, so missing early will affect your score a lot. And B12 does break early, probably still adjusting to the PPM and hidden. Coming off that
no hidden
AR10.
has been played yet today, and Arax and CBLH are gonna find breaks in this intersection. Everyone finding a chain miss besides Mystical Cat, the only FC left in the lobby at 200 combo. This looks...
This map looks shit for everyone. There's not anyone looking very comfortable anymore.
I can definitely see why this map was not picked earlier. No one really looking too happy on this, just looking at accuracies as well.
Yeah, and this
They're
is the free
not
combo I was talking about, and the only one with even sizable combo going into it was Kuru, so... And that's what
Bubble really wanting us to look at B12? Maybe? I'm not sure what the mouse is doing, but...
Yeah, he's just vibing.
And team name gonna find a full combo break. Paxley now holding a pretty sizable combo to everyone else's nothing. And yeah, at this point, I think that off of Cax's back, Pod is gonna run away with this. Not too much that team name could do, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're gonna need a full team wipe. Oh, and that is the first step. Hulu breaks.
There's
I'm
just
creating
no
a
map
pattern.
left. There's like 10 seconds of this map. And
Oh my.
that is
This is why
going
this
to
map
be
is
the
so lame.
match.
It's so damn short. This map is so shit. Oh my gosh. Where was my HD3?
Team name putting in a very, very valiant fight. Unfortunately, just the latter half of that match, really, being rough for them. And Podpivasnya, I'm so sorry. The red team is going to take this match 6-4, and they're going to win the first half of the losers bracket run for them this week.
And they are going on to face Assassinate Super Squad, codename Ass,
Yes.
Seed 18 in losers quarters. Let me pull up the time for that real quick.
That should be at.
Their potential is
16
tomorrow. Yep.
So yeah, best of luck to
GG's to both
Pod
teams.
for
Cringe
in their
stall
upcoming match.
tactics.
And thank you to everyone for watching this match. Your casters today have been me, Rainier, and WMan12345.
Oh yes, sir.
And your streamer was No Wi-Fi, aka Bubble. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.
Yeah.